it's lovely to see you. I have to be honest, straight off, I came over to London first in 1982, or round about then, and my first theatre outing was to see you in Guys and Dolls, which I thought was just fabulous. Had you always wanted to do musicals?
Well, I hadn't. That was my first job in London, and I'd been in rep for 6 years, playing, you know, St Joan and Electra, and I came to London and did 2 auditions. One was to be in Guys and Dolls, and the other was to take over from Elaine Page in Cats. I didn't get one, and I did get the other. But that, you know, changed the course of my life.
And, of course, in the chorus originally, but a wonderful cast. I mean, Julia Mackenzie was originally in it.
Bob Hoskins, Ian Charlson.
Were you bowled over a bit?
I really was. I always thought, but didn't quite believe it, that there were London actors and, you know, rep actors. But when I saw the quality of their work, I really was quite terrified, I have to say. I was understudying Julia Mackenzie. And if she had been off, I would have been on the first flight out of the country. I would no more have gone on for her. I wouldn't have done it.
But, of course, you didn't tell anybody at the time. You sort of picked your paycheck up as understudy.
Yes. Yeah.
And then you met your husband in that production as well, which is very significant.
Yes, exactly. So that, I mean, yeah, so we met there, and that was it.
Just as we were talking with the carers earlier on, was that love at first sight too?
Well, we were in Richard Eyre's company for a year, and so it wasn't till really the end of that year that we got together.
That you realised?
I did. I tell you what, when we were... So it must have happened earlier. We were rehearsing Guys and Dolls, and we were doing a dance number, and Jim and all the lads were watching us do it. And I saw him look at me, and it was a weird feeling. I'm not a spooky sort of gal, but I looked at him, I thought, he's thinking I'm going to marry that woman.
You didn't?
Honest to God, you know, that's, you know, he knows that. But, and it went from my mind, and, you know, a year and a half later, we were married. And I've never had a feeling like that before or since.
Oh, just as well. And you have a lovely daughter now, too.
I have. We have Bessie, who is 7, and...
up to here,
she's up... No,
up
here.
To here now.
She's a long-legged woman.
Gosh. Got the daddy's legs.
She sure has. So she's a great, great girl. I just finished doing... Actually, we revived Guys and Dolls, you know, 3-4 years ago. And... Shakespeare in Love was happening after that, and I said, no way, I want to be at home now. I've got a new kitchen. I want to be at home. And they said, well, you know, it's Gwyneth Paltrow. I said, no, I want to be at home. Well, it's Judi Dench. No, Jeff, no, Rush. No, I want to be at home. I want to be at home.
In my kitchen.
In my new kitchen, you know. And Jim, my husband, was also in it as the nurse in
drag.
In drag.
Of course he was.
In drag, his favourite thing.
I had forgotten that.
Yeah. So he was doing the film anyway. I said, well, look, you know, one of us is earning, that'll do, I'll be at home. But then, anyway, they said, oh, go on. And I thought, well, it worked out that I didn't work that many days, and it actually worked out fine. But I can't imagine a film, you know, trying to be bullied into that film. Why would you want to be bullied into that film?
You probably went down in history as being the one who tried to resist it, who turned it down 6 times.
I know, crazy.
And then Chicken Run. Now, a bit of street cred there in terms of young people, and particularly your daughter.
Yes.
So, did you have to audition in terms of the voice?
I did, and I remember I was late for the audition because Bess had been sick on me.
Oh, good.
And I arrived, and I said, I'm sorry, I'm vomited. I'm sorry. So anyway, I tried a load of voices, and but I mean, I think that must have been about nearly 4 years ago.
Oh, is it?
Oh God, yeah, because
well, made a long time back.
Well, we auditioned, and then it was nearly a year before we did it, and then we revoiced and tried again. So it was a long
Your character
process.
name again was
Bunty.
Let's catch up with the play, because that opens very soon, doesn't it?
It does. Well, we've been at the National Theatre for a couple of months, and now we've had a break, and we're opening at the Old Vic.
So lifetimes 3. What does that really mean?
Well, it's the same sort of situation 3 times. Obviously different each time. And
what do you mean, roughly the same dialogue? And
sort of, but not exactly. Otherwise, we wouldn't know where we were. But it's sort of about, you know, life, how you can be given the same things happen to you at one point in your life and you react completely differently at one time in your life to another time in your life. And it's fascinating. And, you know, in my mind, I was rehearsing a tragedy because it's 4 people in terrible relationships. Well, the audience are the tears going down. They're laughing so much. No. They're laughing so much. And what's frightening is you think, but this is your life you're laughing at.
Exactly.
You know, you think these people are terrible to each other and you're laughing through recognition.
Actually, it's a very interesting concept because if you think about it, sometimes it's just you can say the same sentence or the same word and just whatever inflection you put on it just means something different.
Absolutely, and how you can have the same day every day and you can bang your foot doing something and that sends you into a different mood. little things can alter the course of your
Imelda,
life.
I hope you have a wonderful time at the Old Vic. I know it's been a huge success at the National, but thank you so much for coming to see us today at Open House. Imelda Staunton, thank you.